Good day everyone, I am Ivy Amago, and for today's video, I will be discussing sets and set operations. So first is, let us define what is set. Set is a well-defined group or collections of objects that share common characteristic. The object contained these sets are called elements, right? The sets can be named using any capital letters like A, B, C, D, and so on up to Z. And we use these braces to group the elements of sets separated by commas. And if a set contains many elements, we use these three dots, and this is called ellipses, right? For you to understand more about a set, I have here an examples of well-defined set and not well-defined sets. Well-defined set is the sets of primary colors. So we have M equals to red, blue, and yellow. And the set of all even numbers, we have E equals to 2, 4, 6, and 8. So we can say that if a set is well-defined if we can identify the characteristic of a given set. Well, an example of a not well-defined set is the set of famous dancers and the set of honest people. So in here we can say this as not well-defined sets since people have different point of views of famous and honest people, and we cannot identify those sets of famous dancers and honest people. Okay, now let's move on to kinds of sets. First, we have universal sets. Universal set is a set that contains all objects under considerations. So for examples, set U contains the sets of whole numbers. So we have U equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And set U contains the set of elements or the set of all letters in the English alphabet. So we have U equals to A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to Z. And then number 3, we have set U contains the sets of days of the week. So we have U equals to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So in other words, universal set is the sets of all objects or elements in a given set, right? Next is subset. Subset is every element in A is also an element in B. Then A is a subset of B. Then the symbol of subset is this. Alright? So example here, R equals to 1 and 2. So that possible subset of R are in 2 elements we have 1 and 2. In 1 elements we have 1 and 2. Then in 0 element we have null set or empty sets. And for number 2 we have O equals to red, blue, and yellow. So the possible subset of O are in 3 elements we have red, blue, and yellow. Then 2 elements we have red and blue, red and yellow, and blue and yellow. And for 1 element we have red, blue, and yellow. And for 0 element we have an empty sets or a null sets. While for null set is a set with no elements. So this is a symbol of null sets and empty sets, right? So for example here, for example of null set is a set is set T is the set of counting numbers between 1 and 2. So we all know that there is no any numbers between 1 and 2 unless we considered of decimal numbers. Alright, so T equals to null sets or an empty set. Another example, set I is the set of months with 35 days. So yeah, our I is empty set or a null set since we don't have any months that contain a 35 days. For number 3, we have set M is the set of cars with 60 doors. So our M is equals to null set or an empty set since we don't have any cars or buses that contains a 60 doors. Alright? So last kinds of sets is cardinality of set. So cardinality of set is a number of elements in a set. The cardinal number is as in set A can be denoted by this n of A. Thus, in A equals to 1, 3, 5, and 7. Therefore, the cardinality of set A is 4 because set A contains 4 elements. So, example here, find the cardinality of the following sets. So, number 1, set D is the set of vowels in English alphabet. So, we have D equals to A, E, I, O, U. Then the cardinality of set D is equals to 5 since we have in English alphabet vowels, we only have 5 letters or 5 elements. Therefore, our cardinality of this set is 5. Okay, so for number 2, we have set R is the set of letters in the word difficulty. So R equals to DIFF So our R or the cardinality of set R is equals to 8 since we have only 8 letters in the word difficulty. Alright? So another example, set M is the set of odd numbers between 1 and 2. Our M is equals to null set or empty sets because we didn't have any odd numbers between 1 and 2. I mean 1 and 3. Therefore, the cardinality of set M equals to 0. Okay? Understood? So, let's move on now to operations of sets. We have union of set, intersection of sets, and difference of two sets. Union of set is the set of elements that are members of A or members of B or members of both A and B. Example here, if A equals to 1, 2, and 3 and B equals to 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, then the union of A and B equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Why? Because, in other words, union of set is the combination between the set A and B. So here is another example. If A equals to A, B, C, D, E, and B equals to A, E, I, O, U, then the union A and B equals to A, B, C, D, E, I, O, U. Right? So, while in intersections of two sets is a set of all elements common to set A and set B. Number 1, if A equals to 1, 2, 3 and B equals to 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, then the intersections A and B equals to 1 and 2 since the common elements between A and B is 1 and 2. Okay, another example. If A equals to A, B, C, D, E, and B equals to E, I, O, U, then the intersections between A and B is A and U, since the common elements between A and B here is A and E. Alright? So let's go to the last operations of sets, and that is difference of two sets. Okay? Difference of two set is a set of elements in A that are not in B. Example here, if A equals to 1, 2, and 3 and B equals to 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, then the difference between A and B is equals to 3 kasi yung 3, yung 3 na elements lang yung wala dito sa B. While in the difference of B and A equals to 4, 5, and 6 kasi these elements are not contained in set A. Okay? So another example, if A equals to A, B, C, D, and E, and B equals to A, E, I, O, U, then the difference between A and B equals to B, C, D. Since yung elements na B, C, D, and E ay wala sa elements ng B. While yung difference between B and A is equals to IOU kasi yung B, yung IOU is wala naman sa element ng A. Yun yung difference of two sets. Understood? Yes, so yeah, I think that would be all of this for today's video. I hope that you have learned. Thank you.